Joined by Doe CEO Victor Jones. And Victor, we'll start with you. At the end of this market week where we saw a lot of familiar themes play out, what are you taking away from it?
Well, look, we continue to talk to our customers about concentration risk. I mean, it's a theme that's been, I think, on the front of customers' minds. You guys have been talking about it as well. I think Goldman put out a great note yesterday that highlighted the idea that 5 companies, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and Google, make up 23% of the S&P 500. The negative of that, obviously, is clear. The breadth of the market here is still weak. The concentration risk is still high. But it's hard to argue that the complete disruption of consumer behavior, coupled with the essential business designations, online capability haves and have-nots, and frankly, scaled business models with strong balance sheets, that those factors aren't essentially skewing the fields of play towards large caps, in particular technology, as well as some of the large cap consumer discretionary companies, 2 of the sectors that are out front so far this month.
Victor, what level of pullback do you think is needed to spook recent investors into some of those names that have massively outperformed those 5 big tech names?
You know what? I don't know necessarily that it's a pullback per se. I think there's a couple of different factors. Yes, it could be a pullback in technology that maybe sparks a rotation. Potentially, you have a risk of higher rates. You mentioned just at the top of the show, Wilfred, you have got the dollar rebounding a little bit, but the overall trend is to the low side. The 10-year from 71 bips down to 65 here. You know, there was a little bit of a spook in the markets that has subsided a bit so far this week. But that, fear of higher rates or higher economic, let's say, distribution here is really the only catalyst that makes sense to change the idea that the NASDAQ 100 is up 32% year to date, while the Russell is still struggling underwater.